Konami Studios.
Seven Secrets, issue 2. It's here. It's that book I liked a while back from Tom Taylor. And we got the second issue finally. I think it was okay. Now, I was very interested in the first issue because I think it sets up its world pretty good. But in this one, I'm like, I see what you're doing here. And as much as I'm kind of enjoying it, I'm not going to say it's great. It's interesting. It kept my attention long enough, but I'm also like, I can see the beats. I understand what you're trying to do here and what you're trying to set up. I hope it works. I really do, because I think this book could be really fun. So I did get a lot of John Wick vibes from this issue too. Like this one, just like, here's the world that's already established, but we're just seeing it from this guy who's kind of in it now. This issue is all about Casper. He is the son of Eva and Sigurd, or whatever his name was. And we see him as a baby, where the leading lady there, who's the old woman, is talking to this guy named Kanto, and they're like, what do we do with this kid? We shouldn't really keep him here. He is a liability. So they give him to the keepers of the third secret. And the keepers of the third secret take him, I guess, to like this, I don't know if they raise him or they take him to like this temple or something where he can be raised fine. But after 9 years old, he is inducted back into the secret keeping position job stuff. And he's here now. And we're just kind of watching him grow up. And he's narrating the book. He's like, okay, so I was the youngest person here by a few years. I slowly started to grow up and just have all these people train me. So the keepers and the holders, they're all coming through and through. There's a bunch of different ones. We see all of them, I think. I'm not going to name them all. I honestly cannot remember all their names. But some of them are showing them how to be like a spy. Some of them are showing them how to be a thief. They're training all these inductees to take over the position once these people die. And Casper's just like, I'm enjoying this. I mean, I'm definitely better at certain things. I'm a smart kid. Some people say I kind of got a snarky attitude, which I kind of like that angle a lot, where he's just like, yeah, I got sarcasm. I don't care. I got it. That's who I am. But she's really interesting. But the only keeper and holder that haven't really come visit him were his parents, just because they want to keep their distance. And at first Casper was like, maybe they just don't like me, or I offended them or something, but they didn't really want to be involved in his life there. So we're just kind of seeing Casper grow up. He's kind of too smart for his own good on a couple occasions. He's making fun of one of the guys who's stronger than him, calling him a bully. Then later on, Casper gets beat up by this kid, and his mom just kind of lashes out later on, saying, you come at my son again, I will hurt you. And this is like the first time Casper and Ava really get like a moment together, where she's like, he knows who she is, and it's like, does it hurt you to be here? Like, why have you been so distant? She can't really answer, but she's just like, I'm glad you're okay. It's good seeing you healthy. I'm sorry I can't be what you need me to be. And she just kind of leaves. Casper kind of just grows up, learning more stuff, and he has like a weird relationship with Kanto. And Kanto, I think, I try to find the words for Kanto, like what kind of character he's supposed to be. If I had to guess, he's like the second in command, like a Riker type to the Picard, and he's pretty interesting. I definitely think if anyone's going to be evil, it's going to be Kanto. But hey, that's okay. And it's just a solid book. Like, it's not much happened. You're just still kind of building out this world, and we're figuring out, I guess Casper is going to be the lead later on. And we get a nice moment before the events that happened in the first issue, where Casper and Sigurd are talking to each other, and it's like, I'm sorry I can't be your son, I'm sorry I can't be your dad, I just had other priorities. And it's a nice little moment. We see that Casper gives him the bird that he's holding when he eventually gets killed, which is kind of a nice moment. It's like, oh, you actually got that from your son, he wants you to be safe. And it's this idea that's played up in the book too, about wanting to fly away, like you can escape all your problems and just be free, but neither of them truly want to do it, you know? It's something they can't do because of where they are and how they were introduced into this world, so they're kind of just trapped there, just waiting for something to happen. And of course, Sigurd does get killed, so he can't really escape that world. So I'm wondering what's going to happen with Casper. If I had to guess, he's eventually going to take the role of a holder or a keeper. Maybe he'll work with his mother. Maybe we'll see him work with the guy that bullied him a little bit. Or maybe we'll see him work with another character. I'm very curious to see how that's going to play out, because we kind of see him from the age of being a baby to the age of 9, growing up. I'm not sure where he ends up in age-wise. Because we see him grow up big time, and his parents are just kind of still distanced towards him. I'd have to guess he's about 16 or 17 by the end of the issue. And it works okay. I think it's alright, but he's definitely a compelling lead. I do think this kid can definitely hold the rest of the series going forward if that's what we're doing. And it was a good way to just kind of like set up the world. So here are the other keepers. We know some of them are thieves, some of them are better at other stuff, some of them are loud, some of them are quiet. It's just that kind of stuff. Here's our characters. What's actually going to happen? Are we going to see the next generation take over here? It's very curious stuff, and I'm very excited to see it going forward. Will I say this was my favorite issue? No, I won't, because it wasn't. But it did what it needed to do. It told you who Casper was. It told you he's kind of snarky, kind of sarcastic. He's not the strongest fighter, but he's very smart and very quick on his feet. It showed you how he feels about his parents and how his parents feel about him. So it's a pretty solid run. It does feel like a Tom Taylor book, which is a positive, so I like that a lot. So 7 Secrets issue number 2, I'm going to give, ironically enough, a 7 out of 10. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.